Hello, English learners, and welcome back to English Podcast Rise. My name is Jemmy, and this is Learn English Quickly with Podcast. In this podcast, we're focusing on an essential part of speaking English, asking questions. Whether you're traveling, meeting new people, or working in an English-speaking environment, knowing how to ask clear and correct questions is crucial. Over the next minutes, we'll guide you through the basics of asking questions in English in a way that's easy to understand and ready to use in your daily conversations. Ready? In English, the structure of a question is quite simple, and once you know the pattern, it becomes easy to form questions for any situation. Questions with do. For most verbs, we use do to make a question. Like, do you like coffee? Do they speak English? Do you want to go to the movies? Questions with does. Now, when you're asking about he, she, or it, you use does. Does she work here? Does he like pizza? Does it snow in winter? This is the foundation of most simple questions in English. Next, let's look at yes or no questions. These are questions you can answer with a simple yes or no. The structure is usually auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb plus rest of the question. For example, are you ready? Is it raining? Have you eaten lunch? These questions are quick to ask and quick to answer. Remember, the main thing is to pay attention to the auxiliary verb are, is, do, does, have. It will tell you how to form the question. Now let's talk about what do you questions. These are the questions that start with a word like what, where, when, why, who, and how. These questions help us get more information. Instead of just yes or no, they give us details. Here's how they work. What? We use what to ask about things or actions. What is your name? What do you like to do in your free time? Where? We use where to ask about places. Where do you live? Where is the nearest coffee shop? When? We use when to ask about time. When does your flight arrive? When is your birthday? Why? We use why to ask about reasons. Why are you learning English? Why did you move to this city? Who? We use who to ask about people. Who is your best friend? Who is coming to the party? How? Finally, we use how to ask about the way something happens or the condition of something. How do you make coffee? How are you feeling today? When you start with a watch word, it tells you what kind of information you're looking for. Now that you know the basic question structures, let's talk about how you can expand your questions to sound more natural or to gather more information. What's your favorite hobby? Where are you from? When do you usually wake up? Why do you want to improve your English? Who is your favorite singer? How do you usually get to work? Pause for a moment and answer out loud. The more you practice these simple questions, the easier it will be to ask and answer them in real life. And that wraps up today's episode on asking questions in English. Whether you're asking simple yes or no questions or diving deeper with watch questions, mastering the basics of questions will make you a more confident speaker. Remember, practice is key. Try asking questions throughout your day and keep experimenting with different structures. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Before we finish today's episode, let's do a quick practice session using the question forms we learned. I will ask you some common and useful questions. Try to answer out loud, just like you're speaking to someone in real life. Do you like pizza? Yes, I love pizza. Does she work in an office? No, she works from home. Are you tired? Yes, I am a little tired. Is it raining outside? No, it is sunny today. Have you finished your homework? Yes, I finished it this morning. Where do you live? I live in Canada. When do you usually sleep? I usually sleep at 11 p.m. Why are you learning English? Because I want to study abroad. Who is your best friend? My best friend is Joan. How do you go to school? I go to school by bus. Are you going out or staying home tonight? I'm staying home tonight. Would you like chicken or fish for dinner? I would like fish, please. Could you tell me how to get to the airport? Sure. Take the number 10 bus from the main road. Can you help me with my English homework? Of course. Let's do it together. Thank you for joining us on this episode of English Podcast Rise. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode.